Hello, Debra Jason here with Creative Whispers of the Heart, and today I'm painting a silk scarf with alcohol inks using a rainbow technique. Starting with cobalt blue from Let's Resin, I'm dotting it on the silk. It's 100% silk, and I have it folded in half. This scarf is 8 inches by 54 inches. Now I'm adding some deep violet, just dotting it on the silk. Since it's only folded in half, it usually goes through fairly easily to both layers. Now I'm going to, I think I'm going to add some more deep violet there. Dropping it down, adding some isopropyl alcohol, checking both layers. The next layer will be vivid red, also from Let's Resin. Dropping it down in little dots, adding some alcohol. The alcohol will make it bleed. Checking it through to the bottom layer. Needs a little bit more red on the bottom layer. And oh, you can see I got some blue there. That's okay, we'll work with it. Adding fluorescent yellow. Well, I think I'm going to try to fix that little spot there in the red. Now I'll add the fluorescent yellow. And you can see it's kind of mixing there with some green. So I'm going to add a few droplets of gold. Just a few drops. Add some alcohol and you can see how it starts to bleed and blend. Tapping my finger there helps it blend, but it also adds a little bit of texture. Now, what should I do next? I'm going to add some green. This is vivid green. That will help cover up some of those blue droplets that I dropped down there by accident. Alcohol inks can be kind of forgiving when you make a mistake. Sometimes you can quickly cover it up. Trying to fix that there with my finger. You can see adding the alcohol makes it bleed some more. And next I'm going to use a different shade of green. This is turquoise green. Dropping it down there. Adding some alcohol. I hope you can see it starts to bleed and blend when you drop down the isopropyl. And tapping it to keep it blending, adding a little bit of texture, adding a little bit more green. It's kind of cool when you can see how the alcohol makes it bleed and blend. Now I'm going for a little bit more cobalt blue. That's the color I started with at the very bottom of the scarf. Tapping it again to blend the color, and I'm going to go with deep violet. After I do this array of colors, the center is going to be several shades of blue. Cerulean blue, Indian blue. Oh, you can see how it all splatters, but that's okay, because I'm going to cover it all up. I tried to put my hand there to stop the splattering, but it really didn't matter since this whole section is going to be covered with the various shades of blue. The alcohol, you can see as I add it, it bleeds and blends the little droplets of the cerulean blue and the Indian blue. You can even see it's starting to blend with the purple. I'm going to add a bit of cobalt blue. I use the isopropyl alcohol pretty generously because it helps it bleed and blend. It also helps it go through to both layers. I know that looks a little green, but I'm still using shades of blue. Cerulean blue, Indian blue, and cobalt blue, all from Let's Resin. So that's all you have to do is just keep dotting it through, adding alcohol, and just deciding which colors you want to use. I'm getting toward the edge of the silk. So I'm going to add a little bit of that cobalt blue. And we're almost done here. I'll move the scarf down a little bit so you can see it. Finishing it up there at the edges. A little bit more alcohol. Dotting it for some texture with my fingers. Checking the layers, and you can see what my table looks like underneath. I'll show you a picture of that before the video ends. It makes cool patterns underneath the silk. Some final touches. And here's the final piece. It has been rinsed in cold water and vinegar and ironed, but this is what it looks like when it's done. And here it is. Beautiful colors of the rainbow, all blended on a 100% silk scarf. I hope you enjoyed watching this video, and if so, that you'll like, comment, or share it. Here's what the table looked like when I was done. And of course, don't forget to subscribe. Thanks a million for watching.